Wow, they did not record me flipping a child in the head. I would never. This is Friday, September 14th, regular class. If you're in the advanced class, don't watch this one because you'll be confused because we're going to cover stuff that doesn't apply to you. There's a quiz coming up on Monday. Surprise, I already told you about it. So once again, the quiz on Monday is going to cover 3 things. The story we did yesterday, the voices, the story that you're going to have to read on your own called The Fun They Had, and then the one about robot teachers. So make sure you've done those. If you've not read the one on your own, then you're going to be really confused come Monday, and you're just going to be out of luck. Tie game was sports, because I did Colts, Pacers, and basketball, and those were all sporty things. We did this thing in practice. We're still taking volunteers and going to those kids. If you're at home, take a moment, practice it, so you're not completely confused. Try and get the full 5 points to show off to other kids. You have homework that I assigned yesterday. I'm going to show you a picture of it here in a moment. Homework is not due until Wednesday, which, yes, I know means many of you are going to put it off until Tuesday night. Unfortunately, if you do it Sunday night, you get to use it on the quiz. So hopefully you'll do that instead of being the lazy kid that waits to the last minute. On the homework, when you download it, once again, you have 3 options. Option 1, option 2, option 3. You only have to pick one option. Yes, you can do extra options. Yes, it does get you extra points. And option 1, that gets you ready for the quiz, because a lot of the questions are very, very similar between the two. If you do one, you'll probably do well on the other. Option 2 connects to your bell work, which we're going to talk about in a moment. And then option 3, you won't know if you can do until after you take the quiz. And if you've not read the story, you don't have to worry about option 3 at all. The bell work that some of you did not do yesterday, that is due today, because that's when you're supposed to have it done. If you still have nothing down for your bell work, that's something you're going to need to get done today. Because when I pick up your notebook, it becomes the 0, and I have to yell at you, and life is awful. So if you slacky yesterday, make sure you get it done today. The biggest issue for kids doing it so far has been unable to count to 6. Because you have to have at least 6 words in each line. And if yours just says, Ben likes doctors, that's not a full thing. That's only 3 words. So make sure you have at least 6. So if you can't count to 6, that's where some of your issues come in. It's like you keep repeating that because you're trying to get us to learn something. I am. It's learn to count to 6. Because apparently some kids have that problem. So hopefully our problem's there. Ooh. If you're not sure if yours work, I can take a moment and have you read yours, and I can let you know if that's a good one or not so good one. That requires you to be brave and read it. Mohab, try it. What's your first letter?
A, B, C, D.
All right, go for it.
And my store was commenced him.
Okay.
After for A, he asked the teacher about getting answering him.
Okay.
Bothering him, for getting answering him.
Okay.
Came to the last scene to ask him, and he said yes.
Okay.
And this starts with greet answering him.
And the last one?
Every time uses greet answering him.
Well, you just really like using the words green eggs and ham, didn't you? Technically, that followed the directions. Go you. Way to technicality. All right, then we're good to go. Then, on our story of the voices, I wanted to run through the foreshadowing clues because it's going to be popping up on the homework and it pops up again on the quiz. It's almost like I was trying to make you learn a thing. Weird. So I'm going to see how well it's stuck into your brain. When Sam sees the white lights when he is sitting in science class, what was the white lights in real life? All together?
The doctor!
The doctor shining lights in his eyes.
The paramedics with the shining of the light and the holding up there. Because that was after we already found out that the car wreck had happened and they came and talked to him. And then we jumped to his arm bleeding, and that is?
The IV.
IV. With the IV scene. In that one, the doctor, or the voices not saying anything about death. The voices said, stop fighting it. Do you know what that meant?
Nicely
done, because he was smacking his arm and they were trying to do it. So in his dream world, he was trying to wipe at it. So I'm guessing in the real world, he was like, Ooh, one more in that section. He hears the other voice say the word falling. He hears that something is falling.
His heart rate.
Nicely done. The heart rate was falling in some way. He was like, something is falling. I don't know what's falling. They were talking about his heart rate. His chest exploding in math.
No, the little electric thing.
When the voices say they're all dead,
His family.
referring to his family being all dead, as sad as that might be. And then, well, you guys just did that one because you were smart. The dream about his family dying in a car wreck.
It's true.
Nicely done. And so that pops up. So those are the ideas of the foreshadowing throughout, where at the very end you guys could figure out what was going on in the story because of the foreshadowing. Go you. Apparently y'all will be a little bit smarter than I gave you credit for.
Yay.
Ooh. In the story, who's our main character?
Sam.
Who would you say is the second most important character?
Trevor.
And I'd say we have one more character at the very end.
The doctor.
I put nurse, but that works for me. With that setting, ooh, let's do.
Oh, night.
And then I put it at the hospital. Last one works for me. Plot, we'll skip that for now. I have trust on that. Ooh. Point of view. Was it first person or third person?
Third person.
Nicely done. Did it follow one character or many characters?
Mini.
One.
So is it limited or omniscient?
Limited.
Is it following Sam the entire time? Limited just to him? Theme? I won't worry about that on here. Ooh, internal. Sam has many decisions to make. Pick one of his decisions and tell me what the two sides are that does not use not.
Oh no.
John?
He's wondering why his arm is bleeding and what's going on.
Good. Now you have to do that in the correct, so something or something. So what decision does he have to make in there?
Should he go home or is this even real?
Works for me. Nicely done. Did he steal yours, Guff?
Yeah.
That happens. I went slightly different. I went for, should he accept the fact that craziness is setting in or fight the voices? But his would work just as well as mine. I think Trevor, because I think Trevor also has in the lunchroom scene, I think Trevor also has a choice to make. Jake?
Decide if his friend's crazy or is he dreaming as well?
Not bad. I said avoid his crazy friend or try to help him because he was like, oh, your arm is bleeding. And he was like, help me out. He'd be like, ah! And he could just run away. But instead he gives him napkins. He does a little swipey thing. John!
Was that part even real? Because he was in the...
In the dream part? Technically, no. But as far as we knew in the story, yes. So it gets kind of weird and hazy, so I'd count it either way. Technically, it wasn't his dream world, but as far as we knew at the time, we thought it was real. Wackiness. Ooh, external? What is our big battle throughout the whole story, Junsuck?
Sam versus the voices.
Nicely done. I had the same thing. Sam versus the voices, because they're trying to hurt him and he's trying to not be dead. On my website, you don't have to go to it now, just letting you know, for those of you who want B points, as you get close to finishing your book, my main website, MrBroviac.com, scroll down to the bottom, you find this. And there are directions on there on how to do a book review on Goodreads. If you review your book on Goodreads, you can get up to 5 points. If you also post it to Amazon, you get up to 10 points. So if you don't hate reading, and you can do books you've done in the past, if it's a book you've read last year, you can still count that book too. The toughest thing is, there's directions you have to follow. There's a button that says directions, and you got to go click and then follow those directions, and that's the part that gets tough, because you actually have to do certain things for it. But, if you don't hate reading, it's a way to get extra points. Now, I figured I'm going to show you a picture of the book report again, even though they're right there, and you can look at them anytime. I'm assuming if I don't actually hit you with a book report, you never actually look in that direction. So this is me sort of hitting you with a book report. This is what yours is going to look like. You are going to take poster, and then you are just going to find pictures that connect to it. You can either print them, or you're more than welcome to get them from magazines, and you're just going to put them all over there. Then, for each picture, you see they have numbers on them. Each number is going to connect to an explanation. We're going to go through and explain why you did each one. So part of it is finding pictures, part of it is explaining why you have those pictures. So those are the two parts that go into it. Questions over book report, that is not just me answering with, it's on the website, read the directions. Mohab.
Wait, no more.
Okay.
Answer that.
Yay. John.
So there's no big essay?
Nope. Your big thing is just writing the stuff out and explaining things to me. There is no writing an essay about why you liked it. Nah, I don't do that for my book reports because I don't find those as interesting. I want to see more of you thinking and being creative. So you're just going to find the pictures and then explain them, and that's how you get to sort of find your personality and your thinking. Here's the last part I have for you. While you are working today, this is what you get to work on. You can read your book report book. And if you want to sit here and read, that is fine with me. It is going to be quiet and you won't have a problem with it. If you're done with your book report, or if you're not in the mood to read, use your iPad and start Googleinating pictures. And you can Googleanate pictures for your book report. The one thing I will tell you is, save the pictures. Don't be the kid that Googleinates pictures and then saves none of them. And then when it comes time to do the work, you're like, all my pictures are gone because I'm irresponsible. So don't be that kid. Save them somewhere. You're also more than welcome to work on story homework 1, either reading the story that's due Monday, or actually answering the questions and being responsible. Or you can also work on completing the magic lens notes. Because even though I gave you over a week to do it, that week is ending soon. So if you're going to keep putting it off forever, you're going to have to watch that video and the little green sheet to go along with it. Those of you who are responsible kids and have 20 or more B points, you get bonus stuff you get the choice to do. You don't spend these points. These happen to you automatically as long as you have that many points. So if you have 20 points or more, while you are reading, you can sit on top of your desk and swing your little leggies back and forth. If you have 30 B points and an A minus or higher, you can listen to music while you are reading. But you have to have both the 30 points and the A minus, and you have to be reading. You can't just put on headphones and then stare at the wall and drool. But some kids will actually listen to music while you're reading. The last one, if you have 40 points, you can lie on the ground while you are reading. You just have to be off to the side so kids don't trip over you. But I have no problem with you being off to the side while you are doing that too. If you have under 20 B points, that doesn't apply to you. You don't have enough to do it. Yang?
For the reading part, can you also work on your project while listening to music? Or
As long as you are actually working, yes. Reading, I won't yell at you at all, but some kids tend to get distracted and they start having issues. So as long as you cannot be one of those kids, then we should be okay. Oh,
So if you have more than 40, can you do all 3 of them or no?
if you have 40 exactly, you can do all. Well, I mean, technically, you'd have trouble sitting on your desk and on the floor. But yes, if you have 40 points, you can lay on the ground while listening to music. I have no problem with that. Go ahead and stop this.